Talking about race. This video on race and anti-racism outlines concepts that we are keen for everyone in our community to be aware of, and it introduces you to an ongoing conversation at Birkbeck. We will familiarise you with the terms race and anti-racism, microaggressions, and the concept of white privilege. We acknowledge that these discussions can be uncomfortable and difficult, and that we all begin from a different starting point and perspective. Being challenged is a key aspect of higher education, and we invite you to join us as we acknowledge and embrace difficult but important concepts. Let's talk about how we use the term race. Race has been used to identify groups of people according to shared physical characteristics, such as skin colour or hair texture. It's a social construct as a way of classifying people, and its history is intertwined with what we now think of as racism. Racism ultimately refers to harms relating to race. Many theorists and activists use a definition of racism, which includes prejudice plus power, to reflect how racism is systemic, meaning that it comes from and thrives in the societal structures we create, like discrimination, oppression, and marginalization. A racist is someone not just expressing a racist idea, but someone who is supporting a racist policy through their actions or inaction, and an anti-racist is the opposite. Birkbeck has one of the most diverse student populations of universities in the UK. Each year, approximately 55% of our students are women, 20% of our students are disabled, and 40% of our students are from ethnic minority groups. We believe that diversity is our strength. We are aware that many of our students will have faced racism or racial inequality throughout their lives. We don't want this to be part of the student experience at Birkbeck. We have always been a university that has endeavoured to be part of making a positive change. Birkbeck was established for working Londoners at a time when education was reserved for the elite. Birkbeck was also one of the first colleges to allow women to study. We want to continue to make a positive change to our community and to become a university which actively embraces and practices anti-racism. To do this, we are turning towards the problem and facing it, and as part of the Birkbeck community, we would like you to do this too. We're a community of learners. At Birkbeck, we believe that learning is not limited to a particular subject area. It is about the whole person. It is a lifelong creative process which enables us to develop ourselves personally, professionally, and relationally. Everyone has a different experience on the race conversation. It might feel exhilarating and important, but it may feel equally scary or pointless. You might feel that you don't want to be responsible for explaining race to white people all the time, or you may feel that it is irrelevant to you. We understand that having these conversations can bring up lots of different thoughts and feelings. You might feel upset or angry, fearful or ashamed. Sometimes we can spend so much time thinking and trying to find the right words and feel so overwhelmed that we don't say anything at all. But silence only reinforces racism, so we want you to think about and talk about race. We want to work together to create a brave institution, a university where we can be curious to grow and develop along our anti-racist journey. Racism is created and maintained by structures. We want the Birkbeck community to have an anti-racist structure.